We grew up on mixtapes and neon
Hey there,
lights.
everybody. It's the GlobeTrotting Trio. I'm Amy.
I'm Shelley.
Hello, I'm Tammy.
It's so great to be here. So, you know what? Last week we were in Orlando. We were in Orlando soaking up the sun. It's finally going to get warm again here in Oklahoma. I cannot wait for that. But today, let's talk about this. The first yes that matters. All right. Anyone? Nothing? All right. You're just going to stare blankly at me.
Okay.
For those of you that are listening in, there's
Okay.
staring blankly at me. So one decision can absolutely shift everything, and that's the very first yes. So it's the
Yes.
first yes in everything. I feel like we all have to acknowledge that yes, we're going to do something, even if it's just a change in our habits, right? We're
Mm.
hitting that yes. We're going to yes something. We got to agree to it. Lincoln's coming in for those of you that are watching.
Yes.
He's going to be part of our show today. I'm super excited that he's here. He's my friend Lincoln Blinken. All
And
right. So let's talk about this. Because we've all told our stories. Tammy and I both said
You
yes,
can't
and
even talk today.
no, I can't. And Shelley said no and no. Let me hear it again. You tell me about it. Come on. Maybe yes. No. Yes. No. Yeah. So she had a whole bunch of no's before she had yes. But whenever she did say the yes, she committed, right? So,
Absolutely.
you
oh,
committed. Hmm.
yes. So talk
Committed
about
to
the
something.
courage that comes behind that. Mine, I will say it was just blind courage. I just said yes because I'm like, of course, that's what I'm gonna do. But I want to talk about Shelley's first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you finally
Okay, let's
got to
talk.
the yes after all the
Yep.
no's or the maybes or the let me
Yep.
think, tell me about what kind of courage do you think that really required?
So I'm not sure that it was the courage to say yes because I still was so very much on the fence when I said yes. Like I was not completely all in. Like I said yes and I committed to saying this yes, but I don't know that I committed to like being all in. Um, and just absolutely going for it. That took me a little bit longer. What I did know is that this is an industry that I absolutely love.
Mhm.
I did not want to have a boss telling me that I had to work 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Um, and I knew I could do it. So it was kind of like faking courage in the beginning, I guess. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do this because it sounds like a good idea.
Uh-huh.
And then I would say the courage, the real courage for me kicked in later when I saw some evidence and when I started meeting people and going to events. And I was like, all right, this is real. Like I know that I can do this. So it took me a little bit longer.
Yeah,
I
it's all
don't know.
right.
That's the story of my life.
It's
I
all
didn't
right.
like the nice guy either when I met him. So
I
Oh,
mean,
and that brings up a whole different thing, right? It's like,
absolutely.
huh? Yes, to get married
Might
to
be another
Abbott.
topic for another day.
Yeah.
there we go.
We should do one on. I know Amy's talked a little bit about her journey with Andrew, but we should probably do one about real talk about our like meeting our husbands. That would be a
We could do
fun
that in a couple
discussion.
weeks. That would be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be fun. We could
yeah.
do that. Let's do that.
All right. So, Tammy, tell me the courage. Was it courage for you?
I don't think it was courage.
Mhm.
And the reason why is because first of all, I love travel. We all know that I've had over 20 years of experience in travel, but then you put in the business part of it, and then it was like, oh gosh, this is what I was meant to do. This is it
Yeah.
because I've had experience in both, and you put them together, and it's like it's a marriage. That there's, for other folks though, and I know that this is happening, is that it does take courage to say yes.
Mhm.
Um, I am totally, fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl. And I probably say yes to too many things and then I get burned. But that's the adventureness in me that I'm like, okay, if I don't take a chance, how do I know? And that's actually what I've always said to myself. If I don't take that chance, how do I know that it's going to work or not work or whatever in between? And, you know, it's if you can live with that, that's what you do.
To me, for so many people though, that is courage. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
know so
Yeah.
many people that could never dream of saying, well, if I don't take the chance and I don't say yes, how do I know?
Yeah.
That takes a lot of courage. And some people like Amy have that blind courage. Other people have that courage that like comes along the way. And for
Mhm.
some people, that takes everything they have to do that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I would say that's courage.
That's courage. Okay. All right.
I'd say it's courage.
I just have it, I guess. I just
Yeah.
have it.
It's just
Yeah.
ingrained in us. I feel like, yeah, it
And it
was just
is.
one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel okay. There you go. So
It was meant to
much
be.
like you, Tammy, I just knew it was going to happen. That was it.
Mhm.
It was the right thing to do. So saying yes definitely unlocked a whole bunch of things that no could not.
Right.
So had
Mhm.
Tammy and I not had the blind courage just to do it, we've been sitting back and forth, and we would not be where we are today. Me, a retired educator, and Tammy, a continuing to stay at home mama. And Shelley, had you not finally said yes and kept saying no, you would not have what you have today either. Would you agree? She's
Absolutely.
shaking. Okay. She's shaking her head yes.
Yes,
Absolutely. Starting with
absolutely.
this, like, I mean, this would have never happened in my old life. How would I have ever thought, oh, let's do a podcast with two women from other parts of the country? Like, let's just start with that.
O states. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and truly, I think this
Yeah.
probably took me more courage to say yes to. I wanted to do it. I really did, but it
Mhm.
took me more courage to say yes to this than it did to actually say yes to the business.
Nice.
That's funny.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
I know.
that says about Amy and I, but okay.
I don't know either.
I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do
uh-huh.
it. We're just gonna do
Yeah.
it. We're gonna
And
do
you
it. We're
I
gonna
know,
was
have
all
fun.
in
We'll
on
figure it
that
out
thing.
later.
yeah, and
Yeah.
well, that's it. You just figure it out later. But I think, well, now that processing things pop into my head, of course, is that when I have to say yes to something and I need courage to do that, it's because I'm talking about myself or I'm digging deep into my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I have problems saying yes. So, and that's what this podcast is really about, is us and our feelings and our desires and our hopes and all of that. So,
Mhm.
yeah, there we go. I figured
Yeah.
something out today.
Yeah.
Epiphany.
Nice.
Yeah,
All
I
right. We
love it.
will be sure to send you an invoice for our services
Yes,
after the
yes.
podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that. We're unlicensed, but we can still bill you.
yes, exactly.
All
As long
right.
as you write it out, right?
Yeah.
Unlicensed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know plenty of life coaches, right? We didn't really give her any mental diagnosis. So I think we can still bill.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
think I like it. I like it. All right. So I do love the fact that even just with our one small decision at the beginning, we have all those ripple effects. But
Yes.
just that one small yes wasn't enough to get us going or continue
Mhm.
our going, right? We still have to say yes every day whenever we get up. We say yes to the next part. So tell me, is there something that you're working on right now that would maybe be interesting to the audience that you're needing to say yes to, but maybe you're not really sure that you should or could or how to do it?
So, with this business, I mean, this is what's happening in my world right now is, I mean, you have to wake up every day, I think, and say yes to this business. Um, and not that this business is hard at all, I don't think. I mean, but you still have to work at it. So I think every day, and just like everything else, and corporate America and everything else, there's politics, there's people, I mean, there's just things. So I think every day for me lately, it's saying yes to the business because of what the business can do for the people that I haven't even met yet.
Mm,
The people that are going to be on my team years from now. I continue have to say yes to this business. And yes, do I love it? Yes, absolutely. And it's where I'm supposed to be, absolutely. But it's the work every day that you have to build and be able to do this business.
So me, I'm a little bit different. I have to say yes to myself. I don't say
Ah,
yes to the business. I have to say yes to myself. And the
that's
reason
actually,
is, um,
mhm.
y'all know that I started several weeks ago, getting up at 5:30 in the morning and going to the gym, which is not something I like to do because I am a sleeper inner. I really like to sleep late and don't like to get up early and do all the things. And sometimes I just like laying in bed, but every morning I have to get up and say, yes, I'm worth it. Yes, I am. So I get up every morning with that thought. This morning I went to the gym, and every time I said I was going to do something, I said, I don't want to do it. 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 And I did it all. Then came
Did you
home. I said,
did
okay.
you feel like a pouting toddler at some point?
I
Because I know
do.
that like
I
I tend to
do.
do that too, and I'm like, oh, why are you behaving this way?
I do. So I've never thought of it that way, but yeah, no, I am. I am completely. I was throwing a hissy fit with myself. And
Yeah.
if anybody could hear the conversation in my head, they would probably be really concerned because I talk to myself quite frequently. But
Oh, then we would be
again,
sending you, then Tammy and I
yeah,
would be sending you an invoice.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So, but then as I get back to my desk, of course I got to say yes to myself again, that I am worth everything that I'm working for.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what about you, Shelley?
And that's a grand
No,
point, by the way, Amy. I just want to say that, yeah, that's amazing that you can say yes to every single thing that you're doing right now.
yeah.
Get to that courage. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Shelley?
So I think this might be a topic where I have to defer to the two of you, only because we have a lot of transition in our lives right now. I have a lot of personal transitions going on. Um, and I am not sure that I can sit here and talk about them yet. I don't think am prepared. Like I
I got you.
That's
without
But we
okay.
opening
will
up
be
the
we'll be
waterworks,
billing
today is not
you.
the day.
Okay. All
We
right.
So
will be billing her if we have to open up this can of worms, right?
Okay.
yes.
We'll come back to this. We'll circle back around in a few weeks.
Uh-huh.
How's that?
Uh-huh.
Yes. There you
Yep.
go.
All right.
I know my limits, and that might be one of them right now.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about trusting ourselves before the proof existed. Shelley
Mhm.
actually commented a little bit on it. So we're going to go back to Tammy and I, and then we'll let her kind of
Right.
finish it up because I didn't need to see the proof. I just knew it was would work.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
don't think Tammy needed to see the proof because I felt like
No.
she knew it was going to work.
Mhm.
Shelley, tell us about I feel like we just answered that question. Now we're going to let Shelley
Right.
tell the other side, the other side.
So, as much as I like to say I have grown since my single parent days, there are still things, there are still things that I struggle with mentally, emotionally, probably even. Um, Alan does not get to comment on that right now. Um, so, one of those things is I lived for so long not being able to take a risk,
Mhm.
because I had to count on the sure thing, to keep a home and groceries, food on the table, and the lights on, and insurance and all that fun stuff. And so for me, I'm like, hey, if I'm going to invest my money and my time, I have to see proof that this someone has actually been able to make this work, that there is an outcome that I'm looking for that has already happened. And I don't want to hear, bull stories of network marketing 20 years ago, and what you think of, what many people still think of when they think of network marketing. I really needed to talk to someone, um, and not hear their fluffy, oh, you can do this and this is why, and I'm going to do this for you. I couldn't have any of that. I had to see it, and I
Mhm.
had to be able to vision my own self figuring out how to get results. Because it doesn't matter to me how great something might be. If I can't picture myself doing it, I have a hard time trusting myself to do it. Right. I have
Mhm.
to be able to really see myself in that spot. Um, so that's harder for me. And again, I think that stems from, so many years as a single parent, and not being able to take those risks and have to do the 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. thing. I haven't quite let all that go. So
No.
it's easy.
We've
It's
got
getting
people that
easier.
listen. We've got people that listen that are like Tammy and I, and they said yes.
Yeah,
They're going to say yes, and they will
absolutely.
just because they think this business will work because they know
Hmm.
they can do it. And there's others that are going to be just like you, and there's going to be people right in the middle of it. They're going to
Hmm.
say yes, but maybe not, and maybe yes, maybe
Hmm.
no. So
Hmm.
the biggest thing I will say at that point is that there's so many things in my life that I regret because I hesitated. I
Hmm.
didn't want this to be that thing, and it's not. Um, but do you feel like you have any regrets? Just think over your lifetime. Do you have any regrets because you hesitated to say yes to something?
Oh gosh, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, but like just like you, this isn't one of them.
No,
No.
no. Well, I mean, you probably could have knocked off a couple months at least.
Well, probably.
Yeah,
Thanks.
for sure. For sure. You know, I don't I don't know. I don't know that answer.
I can totally see that Tammy probably doesn't have any regrets because my thought is she probably uh hold on just a second. Going to
We have
we had somebody jump in. She's not
yeah.
supposed to be here for an hour.
Oh,
For an hour.
an
So
hour. Yes.
um anyway, I could see Tammy not having any regrets because I feel like you probably say yes if somebody asks you automatically, and you've probably done that your entire life.
Mm.
Yeah.
I have a part of me that during my life, there was a part whenever I was a single mama and I was trying to do things on my own and I was made very little money and I was trying to do everything I could. At the end of the day, so there's probably some things there that wish I would have done a little bit differently and said
Yeah.
yes a little bit more. But that's our call to action for our people is
Mhm.
to say that
But you know,
one, go ahead.
I firmly believe that we are each where we are supposed to be when we're supposed to be there.
I agree.
And whatever
Hmm.
that journey looks like,
Hmm.
and whatever your situation, I firmly believe that for everybody. You are where you are supposed to be at the time you're supposed to be
Hmm.
there.
Oh, I agree.
So
Hmm.
yeah,
All things
this isn't
happen
one
for
of
a
the
reason.
regrets.
As I
Right.
tell my kids that, all things happen for a reason. So yeah, there you
Hmm.
go.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're right on about me, Amy. It's like I still can't think of anything out there that I
No,
said no to and I regret. I mean,
no,
because it's yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Because the vast
My
majority of
regret
the things
one
you
of my
say yes
regrets
to.
one of my regrets is not saying no more often. And not
Yeah,
to
well,
this.
yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
not to this.
No,
There are other
no.
things in my life I
Yeah,
Yes,
have to say no to.
there you go.
yes.
All right. So let's say this. One yes can change the trajectory of your life. Just that one yes. All you have to do, say yes. I want to hear a little more about this business. Yes, I want to talk to Tammy. I want to talk to Shelly. I want to talk to Amy. Reach out
Mhm.
to us. Send us some messages. We will totally get back with you and talk to you all about this business because we love every bit of it and all
Every
things
bit
that
of
we
it.
do.
Mhm.
Yes. So of
I
course.
love that you
Go ahead.
encourage them to reach out to us.
Mhm.
And I don't know if we have our contact information on our podcast, like information on our podcast summaries, but they can go right to our Facebook page,
And
the
message.
GlobeTrotting Trio on Facebook, and send us a message there. And we will definitely get them to where they need to be. So,
Yes.
yeah, reach out.
I 100% agree. So do that. Do that. Reach out to us on the Facebook, on the YouTubes, on the things, on the
On all the
podcast
things.
things. Yeah, we've got all the things. My daughter this weekend, she said something about, I can't even remember what it was. It was like the Sams or something. And I'm like, honey, you're too young to be saying those things. Like she called it instead of the Walmart, like
Mhm.
everybody says crazy things like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, she's dating. She's old. She's old. She's talking to old people. All right. I don't know why I got off on that, but I did. I just felt like that
I
was a
know.
whole thing.
That
That
was
was
a
a
whole thing.
squirrel we needed to see. There you
Yes.
go. All right, so
Exactly.
guys, let's just say this. If you have enjoyed today's episode, you want to learn some more, make sure that you hit the like and follow button and then reach out to us. We definitely want to talk to you because you never want to miss one of our adventures. And as always, thank you for joining us on this wild and beautiful journey. Until
Bye,
next time, keep
everybody.
exploring.
With
Bye,
friends
everybody.
unbroken.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.